Alright, back again, Luke here, and today what I want to do is show you guys my latest pickup here. This is a piece of hardware equipment, which is quite unusual to have, and it's something that I found on the auctions and I wound up bidding on it and winning it, and that is this here. This is a Sega Lindbergh arcade, basically computer for the most part. And as you can see here, usually in this top area there's a seal that goes in here, or there's a sticker that actually says Lindbergh on it. But there are different variations of the board itself. Some of these boards were satellite boards, and some of the other boards were regular Lindbergh yellow, red, and blue. And with the different color variants, the red ones played a lot of mahjong and kind of puzzle games. The blue ones, I'm not specifically sure about the blue ones, but the yellow ones played really cool games like House of the Dead 4, Initial D Arcade Stage 4, Let's Go Jungle, trying to think, the Hummer game. These things are pretty amazing machines, and usually quite expensive machines as well. But don't know a whole huge lot about the hardware itself, the makeup of the inside, but after doing some research online and after talking to different people, different friends about this arcade stuff, we found a lot of information on it. Some of the graphics cards and some of the I/O boards that need to be connected to these things differ from game to game. Some games require higher graphics cards than others, and yeah, quite an interesting setup here. But I'll let you take a look at the front of this thing. As you can notice, there's a couple of chips in here. That's just in the plastic, but as you can see, all the pins are in there and everything's still functioning. From what I've found out online, apparently if you have a kind of beefed up ATX power supply that puts out, I can't remember, pretty high amount of wattage, you can power this beast with that. I have a power supply specifically designed for this thing coming as well. Hasn't arrived yet, but at least the machine's here. In the front you can see these dip switches here, down there, and also some different reset buttons and a couple of LEDs. And it has this lovely thing here. This is a good old security chip. And with these security chips, really these things are horrible. You really gotta dislike them. There's a 16 pin, basically just a regular 16 pin chip here, and this is what allows the game to start or not start. So you need to put that in there and have that security dongle or security chip in there in order for the game to start up. But you can see on the front here, this one, it doesn't have a couple of PC cards. There's one that has left and right sound that's normally in there. That might be something that I can pick up later on. Not too sure about that. But it has a video card on the inside of this thing as well. It supports S-Video and has a lot of different parts to the inside of this thing. So let's kind of open this up here and let you take a look at it. You can see it's got a monster fan here on the side. On the ends here, there's nothing, you know, just a opening here, space for heat dispersion. But there's usually one screw right here. I already took the screw out to make this easier, but this top slides back, clips off, and you can take a look at the inside of this thing here. What you'll notice down here is this thing has an NVIDIA was it 6 series, GeForce 6 series card. And there were a couple of different cards. There was like the 6800 and 6600 or something similar to that. And from talking to Wicked Clown NZ, we were doing some talking online, also 28St Ryan, and trying to check out the different cards and different performance of the machine. Found out that for some of the top games like House of the Dead 4, some of those games actually require that you need a what is it, 6800 NVIDIA card, and some of the lower games like the Rambo and stuff like that can use some of the lower cards. But if you take a look at the inside here, this one actually has one, what is this, mini SD or what is it, flash memory, SD, yeah, jeez, why can I never think of this? But it has a small memory card in here, and this one is for Star Horse, or was it Star Horse 2? And you can see that there's one down here. Also, up at the top, if we flip this up, this is all styrofoam, which is really, really wild. It's kind of flexible. But if we flip this back, pull this thing out, you can see under here that it has another flash memory card. So it's really wild that this thing actually has two of them. I mean, it might have more. I don't know. I haven't really gone throughout the entire board here, but you can see it's got one down there, and it's got one up here. So it's a pretty wild setup here as far as the system goes. I'm not sure exactly about changing out boards or changing out the hardware here to get other stuff working on it, or if this board is specifically designed just for one game and no other games can be played on it. But it is very, very interesting to have this hardware here. As I said, it's not very common and it's usually quite expensive, but just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a look at the inside of these things, since there aren't very many videos here on the Sega Lindbergh hardware on YouTube. Give you guys a chance to take a look at it and see what you think. Any suggestions, any ideas are always welcome, but yeah, that's the makeup of it. Underneath here, getting the styrofoam out, I don't know, this is kind of, yeah, it's kind of all strapped down in there, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to get out. But yeah, just wanted to show you my latest piece of hardware here. This thing is a monster. I mean, it's huge. This fan here is huge. I mean, that's a pretty big heavy-duty style fan. But looking forward to hopefully getting a chance to play this beast, or find another game that I can put in this. Still haven't given up on the Konami setup, just trying to find a hard drive that I can slap in that to get those Konami ones up and running. But this one here, really want to see this one get going, because this has a lot of power to it. This one supports a lot of the newer games, and I'd really like to have a chance to play some of those on the original hardware themselves. But those games can be quite expensive, and this is the one thing I found out the most that costs the most money is the peripherals for the game itself. There are a lot of different, for example, like House of the Dead 4. The shooting guns, or the guns and the cables and everything, just for one gun it costs like $500. And for some of the other, parts for these things, just ridiculously expensive. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do. But first things first, gotta plug it in and see if we can get it running. See if we can get some video on this thing and see how she plays. But just want to show you a little bit of my Lindbergh hardware here, and yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.